Give me 1 second. I am back. Next season, I'm going to have to start it up in January or February, because I'm going to be starting this thing at March with regular season. This way it's not good. All right. Hoping to get all the teams done today. If not, I'm going to do it Monday. And Tuesday we'll start with practice. There isn't much of a game plan, so all I'm doing is just regular practice. So I should be doing this. Run outside the pipe because I keep forgetting that the controls are a little weird. I keep forgetting NCAA controls are weird. I needed a block over there. Okay, still works for me. Still got it. Still works for me. Okay. here at the bottom. I'm going to go backwards with the quarterbacks on this one. You dropped that pass, okay. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. That looks pretty good. Gameplay boy. This is very, very, very bugged one. For the most part, I think I'm just going to take it myself. If I get any, I get any. I'm not expecting to get any. At 100, I'm not going to get any. So I did try NFL head coach. I am not sure. I don't think I want to stream that. So the simple fact is every one of the NFL music that gets played across that, I can't turn them on. So that's an issue. So I would not be able to stream it. But I was enjoying it. I put it in the Discord. I can do that. I'm doing it as a tool for learning. Okay. Some of them that came in that they were a little bored. I understand. Most of it, you start off right into the off season, and the off season is very boring. Then it goes into training camp, which is initially the actual first start of the gameplay. The traditional gameplay is actually being a head coach. Okay, so you're prepping up for your players and stuff, completing tasks and stuff. That's your goal throughout the off season. Make sure you get your players game ready. And I'm almost to the preseason, so and this is a good Oklahoma here. A lot of the drills and stuff they had in, I honestly think that the entire NFL head coach should actually be a part of Madden. Actually, in my opinion, I believe it should. But there's a little bit of things that EA needs to do with their Madden games first. I don't exactly want them to start adding modes until they fix the ones they've got. But I would love to see some of the drills and stuff that they put in the NFL head coach into an actual franchise, because training camp is that. And if they bring back the superstar mode, because I know they got rid of it, they have a story mode, which is not the same as the superstar mode. Add some of the, create the training camp just like they did in the head coach mode. Because that works a lot better. Whoops, that was my fault. I like to see a lot of these drills that are being used in college too. I got a slow start on that one, so that's not going to be good for me. But making things as in-depth as NFL head coach is actually pretty good, I feel. Serious? Crap. Damn it. Didn't do so well. Hopefully I got 1 or 2 points out of that one. I love pass distance. This is a drill I want to see in the Madden games, because this definitely would work. Like I was saying, the training camp should affect the entire team instead of one player. That's why I think many of the stuff I've seen in NFL head coach should apply to the franchise mode, should apply to the superstar mode. Gotcha. That's what I wanted. Okay. That gave me a little extra boost because I was trying to figure out how to get that arrow to go up, and I failed at it. Alright, so I'm hoping. I seen that I had like what was it, 14? Santa Ana, Chandletown, Robotropolis, and Woodpeckers. Oh no, wait, that's not correct. Oh, I got Sim City too. Oh no, wait. Sim City and then up over my head, huh? Okay. I need to get at least 1,000. Dropping that pass, huh? Okay, I broke away from that. That should help me. Okay, that should help me a lot. I should at least get this wide receiver to a 72. Okay. Rush the quarterback. I'm still not liking the controls on the defense because I have this boomerang effect that I hate. And I'm needlessly running this very long route that I don't need. And I can't turn effectively like I'm supposed to. So getting the quarterback tends to be difficult because when I want to go left or right, I can't because I have to make this large half circle instead of like maybe a triangle, because it doesn't seem to work that way. Still managed to get it. Even though I failed twice at that, I did pretty good. Controls are rough. And for those that are going to be playing their team, be aware of that. Be very aware of that. That if you're controlling the players, you're going to have that issue. Oh, yes. 07 and 08 are the first ones. 07 is the first one to have this one. Have this preseason. 06 doesn't have this. And I would have to have 08 if I'm going to do Madden 08. So you're going to have to deal, if you're doing NCAA 2005, you're going to have to deal with that too. That's a penalty. You're not supposed to kick it out of bounds on a kickoff. Almost. I almost broke that tackle. Almost broke that one too. Wonder why I wasn't able to break that one, because he tackled me by my ankle. I should have been able to kick him off. We're going to have to contact YouTube and figure out why I'm losing my subscribers, because I know they're taking them away from me. I'm down to 763 right now. And I'm very certain that they're playing with my subscriber numbers again after I told them to leave them alone. In a week, I've lost over 10 subscribers.
No, they're just trying to ignore it.
Well, they responded last time. And we kept yelling at them and yelling at them and says, you got to fix it.
No, they'll make excuses as why we're losing it.
Yeah, and we tell them, says, no, you guys are responsible for it. You need to fix it. I keep an eye on my subscriptions every single day. And we know you guys are responsible for it. Especially when I still have users that come back and ask me why they're not subscribed to the channel anymore. Talk to YouTube. Alright, punt return. this one's going to be a little bit tougher, and I'm not going to make nearly as much as I did on the kick return. Because I'm working with very tight yardage on this one. Nobody can tell me that punt returns is easier than kick returns. I can literally get into the end zone multiple times on a kick return. And I just went out of bounds. I could have had that one. Whatever reason, that would have allowed me to go all the way to the end, but I screwed that one up. But punt returns are a lot more difficult than kick returns because you're working with a lot tighter yardage. The more guys are after you than you normally would see in a kick return. Mostly because I believe the guys are a lot closer together in a punt return than on a kick return. They're more spread out, so you have the advantage. You have the entire field at your advantage because they're more spread out. In a punt return, they're more closer together, which you got very little field to work with. I got a little lucky. Run counts. I'm not that great at this. We're going to try anyways. We're definitely going to try this anyways, because I know I get points for running my route, and regardless if I catch it or not, my points matters if I'm running the route. And I caught that one. Oh, no, wait, that was intercepted. No, it wasn't. It was to me. And that was intercepted. I seen that one. Ah, couldn't get that one. Incorrect route. I ran the route. Why does it say incorrect route? I'm running that route. Okay. I don't understand why it says incorrect route when I'm running the line that's there. I'm also not that great at this one. I am terrible at this. God dang it. For one, it's the camera angle. Second of all, not knowing the receiver's route is also difficult. So they could have used something to help me out with this. Because you definitely need a guide, and seeing it from this angle makes it very difficult to actually see what you're doing. And being able to catch them to tackle them is also nearly impossible. How did they catch that? I was actually on that one. I literally was on that one, so how did he catch that one? My hands were literally on there. Why didn't it register on my hand? Chasing tackle. Like I said, I am dealing with a lot of issues with control. The issues with the controls is, I keep saying it's a boomerang effect. I don't know why they couldn't just make it so I can go in an L shape, because I can turn my moves at a dime, which is human movement. This boomerang effect is not human movement. Are you serious? Are you serious? Really? This is why I say it's the controls are making this bad, because I can do chase and tackle no problem. I have no problems doing chase and tackle on Madden. The controls are awful on defense. And if I could have a modded port of NCAA for PC, that would be one of the things I would correct, is how awful the controls are on defense. And it would smooth up a lot of the issues that I have with this game. Depending on the option. This one is a little bit easier. So I think I'm going to do him. These are the controls that were in the old Madden games, and they dropped them in NCAA, which I think it was a mistake. Which is probably why NCAA had dropped their contract with them, because they didn't make the quality NCAA game that they were expecting. Because they wanted to keep the game's closely in line with Madden. And the option, being able to do the option drill is actually one of my ways to fix too. Oklahoma on defense. Yeah, because then I'm blocking a guy. Because I have a little bit of control with this guy than I do in the back, because I still have that boomerang control. Because he does not run in a straight line. He has to move in a boomerang. That wasn't... Really? That should not have been a touchdown. You were supposed to tackle him. How are you not down? I squared you. I'm square tackling you, dummy. God, I have my entire body in front of you. There's no way you can now dodge that. 80 now. Defense, pass skeleton defense. Do I really want to do those? The 59s I could work with whenever. I mean, they still got a few more years. I guess I could work on the 59 next season, because I'm going to be losing a lot of players anyways. I'm going to definitely mess this completely up. Alright. Keep an eye on this guy. Zone I gotta cover. And that was in my zone. Told you I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do well. It's the camera that bothers me, because it's very hard to see what I'm doing with this camera. Which is another thing that I kind of want to have adjusted. Because you don't have the vision, you have the correct vision defense to do this. Alright, here. Working with you is like the best. Okay. So when we get to the schedule, I did say the most games I would be getting is a 6, but I also realize if they go up against actual NCAA teams, I will be actually getting 12 games. Seriously? But I think this first week everybody is playing against their rivals. So I will probably see just 6 games. But do keep in mind that that will happen. That I will probably have 12 games. You're an 80 now. Alright, past Gilly. Go down to here. Channeltown has some pretty good quarterbacks, so if I can get the 80s and the 90s, I'm all set with quarterbacks. At least for this season, because I know if I have a senior, they're going to leave. And if they go and get drafted, well, that's a good thing.
Set.
You dropped it? God dang, you were completely wide open.
Set. 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 Set.
Okay.
Set. Set. Set.
That was out of bounds. That was my doing. Alright, create. I am not going to toss it, or otherwise I'm going to lose points. I know I won't earn any points to apply. work on a 68. I have no problems working on a 68. Can't even get past him. Why is my spin working? My spin is not working at all. I don't know how he caught me. You can't really catch somebody on a spin, which is very odd. I don't know how he just suddenly tackles me. I'm not getting anything on that one. I noticed this abort the kick was actually a new feature in NCAA Football 06 because they had a video telling about it. Are you serious? Slow start. A little bit better. I was sacked? How? I don't understand that. I pressed that button long before I was sacked. but I got something out of it, at least. Six wide receiver. Almost broke away from that. I broke away from that one. Broke away from this one. Okay. Rushing TV. We have a lot of problems with defense. We have a lot of problems with defense here. Finally got to the quarterback. Boomerang, this boomerang thingy is just very bad. Almost lost that one. A 91. A 93 and a 92 are okay at their level. But let's get a 91. Let's see if we can't make him a bit better. Because it affects more on his speed and awareness, which improves him as a receiver as well. I think I'll take that. Yeah, I have no problems with that. So I was just tackled by Miller, and Miller is the returner. Talk about cloning, right? Miller's returning. Miller's also on the blocking. So now you I'm hoping next season when I do training camp for the PFL, I don't have to worry about it not letting me finishing the training camp. Okay, not that great. That was not incorrect route. I ran that route correctly. I'm doing a little bit better now. So apparently this responds if I run the whole route. And if I ask for the ball before I finish the route, it's bad. So that's a little bit better than what I was doing. At least I kind of understand it now. Cover. I don't understand that one because you can clearly see my hands are on that one. This one really needs to be changed so the camera angle's on the other side because it's very hard to see this. I've got so much blind spots. There's so much blind spots I can't see. I can't see where the quarterback's at. I can't see the other side of the field.
Yeah, but he can tell you that. He's the one that.
Tracing tackle. We allowed him to get one touchdown, yes. Are you serious? I can't even tell where they're going in this one. Seriously? I want to go left. That's where he was going. Skeleton on defense.
Sit! Hold on! Sit! Hold on! Sit! Hold on!
That was my zone.
Sit! Hold on! Sit! Hold on! Sit! Hut! Sit! Hut!
Well, I'm getting a little bit better scoring on this one.
Hut!
I got it! I literally intercepted a pass.
Hold on! Hut!
Well, that's not good. Well, all that points I did have has disappeared.
Hut!
Okay, so slightly went back up. I'm kind of glad it was only 100 and not 300 that I lost. So that helped out a bit. Alright, next is Sin City. And be right back just a little bit. Okay. Get this going here so we can actually get this finished. I'm pretty sure after this is woodpeckers. Well, that didn't work quite as well as I wanted. Okay, that stiff arm was automatic. I didn't even press the button for that one. With NCAA football, there's a lot more functions in the game, which they kind of limit to how many stiff arm buttons you can get. And that created a problem on the GameCube, because the game couldn't exactly tell which direction to use the stiff arm. So, more or less, I think the game would have probably been a lot easier to control with the keyboard, and found a way to implement the kick in the mouse wheel. Like down to start, up to stop. And then you could actually move the mouse to change the direction. It's like if you start the kick, move the mouse. Yeah. The receivers are a little bad on this one. So isn't this quarterback a little bad? He's got not the greatest accuracy. Welcome, Bunny. Awareness could help. Gotta use the 86 somehow. Well, I managed to get some yards on that one. Kind of wish there was a bit of blocking there and there. And there. Oklahoma. I'm going to do the 7-foot cat. I should have had that one. I don't know why I didn't get that one. Good, block them both. That's how you do it. That halfback was unloaded on a few times. I'm not going to get as many points, but enough. 40-yard dash. We got Indian wide receiver. Why not? Very, very good. That was even better. And that's a little slower. I didn't get sacked. Didn't get sacked there either. Why are you sacking me when I've already pressed the button? Really? Seriously? How did I get sacked? I was pretty sure it was circle that was highlighted. Seriously? That didn't help me at all. Alright, next, pass distance for our top quarterback. Wide receiver, running back, catch. So I am going to be losing. Oh, wow. They are actually going to give me a touchdown in the first one. Nice. Okay, I'm going to get a touchdown on the second one. Nice, nice. I like that. I like that. Works for me. Touchdown on the third one. I'll take it. Touchdown on the fourth one. I'll take it. And I didn't get a touchdown on that one. But I'll take that. We have a defensive team with this team, so time to start working on the defense. Boomerang effect. Gotta stop putting your hands in the helmet. I did not fail to tackle the quarterback because I hit that before the timer ran out. I hit that quarterback before the timer ran out. You gotta let the quarterback go down before you tell me I failed. I can touch the quarterback. This boomerang effect is really killing me. Alright, time for this wide receiver to get some stats. That's not a kick that's going to help me. Why don't I even have any camp things to help the kicker and the punter in NCAA football? You would think that would be something I could use. No field goals, no cuff and corner punts. Another bad kick. Another bad kick. Would have had more, but that kicker is just not that great at kicking. Alrighty then. Well, that gave me next to nothing. There's a slight glitch in that one. That gave me next to nothing as well. Let's hop out of tight end. Who needs to get into the 80? Okay. So what I'm going to do is run the route first before I ask for the ball. That way I can get all my points. Well, that didn't work so well. That didn't help me. Still didn't help me, but I'm gaining points. despite it getting blocked, I'm still getting points. The point of that is just to run routes, it looks like. So that's not as hard as I was making it out to be. Didn't get into the 80s, but yeah. And DB cover is where I fail. Up in senior out last year. I got it. How'd you get that one? Okay. Stay on top. And I failed that one. Back down to 100. Well. How did he get that one? I don't know how he caught that one or got a touchdown because he didn't land in the end zone. Okay. Really? How? How do you catch that when it hits the ground first? How do you count that as a catch when it actually hits the ground? I don't understand what's going on now. It started out okay. Why does that change that? And how does he can't get up there before me? We're running at the same pace, and I can't even get up there as quickly as he can. I'm a little slow. Why did I pick a DT for this one? Because I expected to get those tackles. Expect to get those types of tackles on the inside. I couldn't even get out of the pipes. I can't get the ones on the outside. It doesn't help me. And the other guys just can't seem to do it either. $650. I should get at least 1 point out of that. I got 4 points out of it. Never mind. Okay. 70 is A lot of people's like, oh, it's spring, it's spring, it's spring, and we're over here in Pennsylvania, and it says, it is? Where? I've been seeing snow for the last few days. Okay. I really wish that didn't happen, but that's going to help me a lot. Again, the boomerang effect. Again, with this boomerang effect, I couldn't even turn around. I don't know how that was counted as a touchdown, but whatever. Hey, Oklahoma for the defense. I really wish that dog would stop barking. I really wish that dog would stop barking. Not really supposed to have pets in the apartment, but it's a dealing they made with the landlord, so I can't do anything about it. This DT is really doing good. Not there, even though that was supposed to be a quick tackle. Okay, I got 8 reps. That's not bad. Skeleton. Woodpecker should be the next one. That was the guy trying to block. Zone to protect. How you count that when his foot went out? I don't understand that. They counted that as a touchdown when his foot went out. Are you serious? No, I want over here. Whatever. Alright. No, I forgot about Texas. It froze on me. That was odd. It froze on me. I got a little nervous. So Texas is here. I did almost forget about Texas. But I still have time enough to do. I will still have time enough to do the other one, the woodpeckers. Interesting how he's able to catch up to me. Fast skills, and I have a quarterback short. I should be good. I'll just skip. Okay.
Set.
Not bad. I'm going to keep this to the
Set.
short pass with him, only for the simple fact is
Set.
catching is important.
Set. Set.
And just what I feared.
Set.
I really wish that wasn't the case.
Set.
I really wish that wasn't the case.
Set. Set. Set.
I kind of wish he caught that one. So we're going to skip the options because I don't have enough quarterbacks to deal with it. Do this podcast. What did you just do? You screwed up everything. And I only could get 2. I feel something on my arm. 1 point. Oh, I got it. 40 yards ahead. Give the speed to an ROLB. .93, not bad for this ROLB. Got up a little slow on that one. This one's going to be a little bit better. Pocket presents. How did I get sacked? I threw that ball before I got sacked. Are you serious with me? This game is really starting to test my nerve. Really? I did throw that before he crossed the line, so I don't know why that faulted. He needs some pass distance. I think I'm going to focus on that more than I will strength. I will give you the strength later, but you need your throw power a lot more. This quarterback definitely needs accuracy. Okay, so accuracy is going to be needed to be work on that. .76 DT needs work. That boomerang effect really annoys me. Because I know which direction I want the player to go. He goes east and west instead of where I want him to go because of this boomerang effect, which is terrible. How does he not hit that quarterback? I literally ran into him. He just goes all the way around the quarterback and not touch him. Just like that. This boomerang effect is awful. going to have to use... What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to do that one, and then I'll do the 68 and the punt return. I'm going to take that. Blocks were right there for me. I just followed the blocks. Continue. My own guy pushed me out of bounds. Well, it would have been nice if he held that block. No block. I would have been able to get 2 of them on this one, but I had one of my own guys push me out. That's looking better. That looks better. Okay, what can I do on the last one? I did the same thing on the last one. I took it all the way. That's the reason why kick returns are easier. I could have broke that one, but I just could not shake off that one defender. If I shook him off, I would have been able to take it all the way. Hey, I got the block I needed. But they caught up to me. Okay. Looks like this stream might end at around a little after 5. Which is good for me because I get to have the schedule set up. That was intercepted, not what I wanted. That was tipped. Intercepted, not what I wanted. So the passes are doing pretty good now. Okay. Now that I understand that one. I'm still not that great with this one. Are you serious? I don't understand why that's not coming to me. Even though I'm on that target where I should be, it still goes to the receiver. I don't understand that. I was still at that target. I should have. I don't understand how he's still able to get it when I'm always on that target. I don't understand that. Are you serious with me? This boomerang effect is also making it very difficult to do this. Because it also makes me slower. Hello, Hiyami. I burned myself on a DT last time. I don't know how I did not get that tackle. Stuck on the pipes. Hey, Dayuse. Can't believe I missed that tackle. I'm sure you probably have a lot of questions for me about last night's stream in Discord. I'm ready to hear those questions. Okay, so I didn't quite explain a lot of the tasks. So the computer, when you're in your office, you have a computer, okay? So remember I said that going on the computer and looking at all the stuff that's on the computer is like taking the CBL for a job, which is basically what it was. And it teaches you, it literally teaches you exactly how to be a head coach, okay? You start off in the off season, okay? So pretty much they explain to you what tasks that you need to do. Most of the things I was focusing on was game planning and the roster, the depth chart, because I wanted to make sure I put all the good players up front so that we are able to play a team, okay? So throughout the off season, they had a period called restricted free agents, okay? I had the option to sign a restricted free agent if I needed to. But in that run, I didn't have a restricted free agent I could sign, okay? So I never got a chance to sign a restricted free agent, which is fine. There was, when that period ended, we had to sign unrestricted free agents. Unrestricted free agents, I have the option to sign anyone, okay? That's why when you pick the player, you are actually talking to the agent themselves. They give you an offer, like say, this player, you can sign him for about $3.68 million with a bonus of $300,000 for 2 years. If that sounds good to you, say, yeah, I'll take him, okay? The more you accept the negotiations, the more the agents are willing to work with you. So what I was trying to do is build trust with the owner, build trust with the coaches, and I'm establishing myself as a leader for the team. So basically that's what that was. So I know it was, you were thinking it was more navigating the menus and stuff. There is a little bit of gameplay that was hidden in between all of that. And I was looking at my trust level because how I answered those and how I affected the situation affected me as a head coach. So that was basically what I was doing. That was the longest part before I went to the draft. The draft, however, was a little bit more of a gameplay for the simple fact is it was more strategy because your goal is to try to take players from the draft that you're going to feel the needs. And you're looking for some grade A players from the draft. They give you 7 rounds, which means you're drafting 7 players. It is possible to draft more than 7, but you got to work with trades and stuff to be able to do that. However, trades are very difficult to do with other teams. I tried the trades and stuff, and I was getting nowhere on trades. So I didn't do it last night, but I did before the game actually crashed. Which, thankfully, this time around, I was able to do training camp without the crash. So when training camp came around, you're actually getting those players up so they can actually play for the season. You're getting them at the level where they can play. So that was what I showed you before you left was the training camp. I'm actually done with the training camp. I met my goals for the training camp. Everything was at 100%, which is what I needed to do. And so next is preseason. I'm still working with the players to improve them and stuff so they can actually be better than what they are. I believe that there's supposed to be drill trainings for a lot of the players whose overall average are lower than they should be. You're supposed to be able to increase their overall average higher than what their limit is through drill training. And that's what I probably will see. So now that I'm in preseason, I get to work with practices and game plans, and I'm able to do much more game play onto it. Which means on game day, I have to do a lot of things. Not just call plays and stuff. I have to do stuff to affect that game. Any other questions you have? I understand the game has a lot of learning. I'm glad they left the game simple because doing it, it's not really that simple in real life as a head coach because there's a lot more decision making But the way they have it set up in the game is very simple. So you have a lot of free range in what you do. So your decision doesn't fully affect how you play the game. It's just you get a different outcome depending on your reactions in game, okay? It really doesn't matter if you have a full good team or not, or if you complete your goals. That's just the way the game is, okay? You're trying to do exactly what the game says, but it's a game. Everything's optional, okay? So you can follow what the direction the games give you, but again, it's still your own choice. It is a nice learning if you do follow the game, okay? And since there's a lot of progression into it, you'll be able to pick it up real quickly if you've understood the game from the beginning. That's why I say if you do decide to play it, it is a lot easier to understand it if you're playing it. And that computer does help a lot. And if you need a reminder, everywhere you go, you can select that monitor anytime you want. And like they say, for complicated things, the more you do it, the more it becomes simple. I bet you've heard that expression before, right? The more anything that's complicated, the more you do it, the more it becomes simple. Yes. So that's how that works. And if you're going to be doing the same thing over and over again, it becomes routine. And then it's not that complicated. So my primary goal is I want to be the greatest head coach of all time. That is the goal in the game, okay? Which in this game you can't really control the players much. You're basically picking plays and watching the game. You're affecting your team. Okay? That is your primary goal. You're affecting the team. And you make the outcome for your team. When you're playing Madden NCAA football, you're playing the players. You're affecting the team by playing the players and making sure they win. In NFL head coach, how you affect the players is how you dictate the team. Which is a lot more complicated than just jumping into a game and playing right through. And you thought learning plays was complicated? Being a head coach is a lot of work. What other questions do you have? I'm willing to listen to all the questions you have for it. I know both you and Ruby felt that the game was boring, which, yeah, the off-season is very boring, and you'll probably expect that when you see the first off-season in franchise mode. But the anticipation is what really excited me, because You know, if I built that team real good and I take them somewhere into the playoffs, maybe even the Super Bowl, then I know I did my good on my job in the first year. I did a good job. So, anticipating what you're doing and seeing the team progress, that's what makes that game exciting. I know you're looking for more hands-on stuff like that, and being able to have full control of the game. That excites you, yes. In a simulator, it's more slowed back and stuff like that. And what would have been more exciting if they let you control the coaching. I do like the ability of being able to control your character and stuff like that. But I understand in simulations that's kind of difficult to do. But if they were able to implement it, understand that there was a PS2 game, okay? And a lot of the stuff they put into it would be a bit taxing for the game. Now, I'm not sure how NFL head coach 09 is like. That is on the PS3. And I will be glad to see how that's like. Hopefully it's different than Madden on the PS3. Hopefully. Because it's more or less is something that in today's Madden game is something they can just add as a mode. They don't have to create a whole separate game for it anymore. So if it was a mode by itself, that probably would be the only thing I play, because a lot of the other modes and stuff on Madden, EA needs to fix. EA destroyed the game, and it's not EA's fault that they destroyed the game. It's the NFL, because the NFL doesn't understand how games are made. Okay, it takes time to make a good game. If you're going to rush the game out, it is going to turn bad. And every year, I can honestly tell you, the NFL can see that the marketing for the Madden games are dropping. And the NFL only has them to blame. So, they're working on NCAA, which is supposed to come out this year. I'm assuming it's going to be called NCAA 25. And they've been working on it for a few years now. But sadly, it's still on the Frostbite engine, which is going to be an issue. Because the Frostbite engine has already proven that it has no stability. And the Frostbite engine also has another problem. It's still a 32-bit engine, which means it's going to struggle running on a 64-bit processor by itself. So it needs 32 bits for support. Matter of fact, if you've seen a lot of EA's games, they have zero 64-bit support. So they can't get rid of the 32-bit support for their games. Even though EA tried that, and look what happened to The Sims. The Sims 3 and The Sims 4 stopped working when they closed Origin. And they massively had to fix it, which still needs to be fixed. And there was a whole bunch of reports that said all the Madden games that were still on there, they didn't work after the change. So 32-bit support had to come back. Now, if they make an engine that's solely 64-bit support, great. I really think they should just kill the Frostbite engine and move on to another engine. And before they kill the Frostbite engine, they need to spend a few years developing on the new engine. And then possibly make a shell of a Madden game that works the way they intend on making it without the issues. And all they would have to do is take that shell, knowing that all the bugs and stuff has been worked out of it. If there's still little bugs, they can work on the bugs as it goes. But they have the game fully tested, and they use it as a shell for both their football games, and they wouldn't have any issues, and people will be gladly to play it. And I don't understand why that didn't go off. Because it takes time to develop a game. And if you got a shell of one game and your goal is to literally just to change players around onto it, then it makes it easier to create the same game over and over because they've got the shell that they need. But they didn't have time enough to flush out the Frostbite engine, because by the time Madden NFL 12 ended, they killed that engine immediately and moved on to the next engine because they didn't expect that they were going to need a new engine. But that's the problem with the Frostbite engine. And you have to blame mostly because of the NFL, because it wasn't properly tested like it should. Because while most people say they are spending a year onto it, they actually aren't. By the time January comes, that's when they're starting to work on the game. Because they cannot do many of the changes with it until after the training camp starts. So they're getting very, very little time to work on it. But by January, they can look at and see what kind of things that they can flush out, make improvements with and stuff, and try out some different modes. That's what they do at the beginning of the year. Unfortunately, to create the game that they want and stuff, they have a lot less time than what most people think. Because by June, they are already in training camp. And usually that's when they go and start getting information about players. With NCAA football, if you notice, they don't add the names into it, so they don't need the information. They can create the same game over and over and over again. All they need to do is make some changes, make some... if the school changes their things, they have to update that as well. But they're mostly focusing on how the stadiums look, how the celebrations are for each team, what their uniforms look like, what their helmets look like, what their field looks like. And they want to do all of that, but apparently this game here, they're going to try to see if they can't spend money on getting players in there, getting their name, their likeness in the game. And they're going to pay the players, which is nice, which is more than what people want. The sad thing is it's going to be on a Frostbite engine. So, and because they did not fully test the engine, they didn't have time to test the engine, so there's going to be a lot of bugs. Don't worry, Di. I am not going to do a live stream on YouTube of NFL head coach. I got one problem with it. And I bet you could see what the problem is. And it doesn't have to do with the game itself. You know the music that plays into it. I can't turn those off. There's not an option for me to turn that music off. And all the NFL film music are licensed by the NFL. So I will have a problem if I literally play that game, because every one of those music will be hit by the NFL. And the NFL is almost as harsh as Disney. Yes, the NFL is almost as harsh as Disney. That's why I turned all that music off. And it's getting very close for the NFL film music to be in public domain too. I have to wait another 30 years for that happens, but in 30 years, I'm not going to even worry about it. Because in 30 years, I'm going to be too old to even worry about it. So that's why I will not stream NFL head coach. I can do Discord streams of it all I want if people want to watch it. I will still do Madden. Hopefully I can figure out a way I can do the PC ports, but I gotta find people that understands how that engine works. Nobody knows the engine that's used for Madden 08 because they said it's not the same as the engine for the NFL head coach or Madden NFL 2006, which they both share the same engine. But it's their understanding that Madden 07 and Madden 08 both share the same engine. Which leads me to believe that if that's the case, after 08, all the PS2 Madden games started to have issues. So, and I don't think it's because they changed the engine. I think it's more or less they stopped caring about it because they moved everything over to the bigger consoles. So I'm assuming 07 all the way down to 12 all share the same engine. Whether the other Madden games before 06 uses the same engine as 06, I have no idea. But it is clearly mentioned that the Madden 06 is the name of the engine for Madden 06, and NFL head coach uses the same engine. Which also means NFL head coach 09 uses the Frostbite engine. Which is scary to think about. Because then, what's that game going to be like if every single PS3 Madden games are trash. Though I'd like to see some promise with the NCAA football. Once we start hearing about it, once EA finally announces that, hey, we have a college football game, you guys should check it out. EA is also got a license to do baseball again, so that's something to see too. I really wish if I were to do baseball, the baseball dynasty mode, it's going to hurt because I don't have time to do an entire baseball season with the 28 teams that they have, because baseball literally plays over 100 games a year. Because baseball starts around this time. They do have a preseason. April starts their regular season, and they go on until October, which I think that's where their regular season ends, is in October. And then they have the playoffs. So, baseball season's starting. Oh, I think I'm getting my first touchdown on a punt return. I guess the block's held up on that one. If I could have just got myself away from that tackle, I would have had it all the way. I also apologize that you're actually seeing a lot of glitchy games. 2023 was a bad year for video games. A whole bunch of them came out all messed up and glitched, and they basically had to be patched. And on top of that, you had to suffer through Madden, which has one of the biggest glitches in video game history. Training camp for the Wacky World Football is about to end here. I'm on the very last team, and I'm glad. So, guess what that means, Di? After the stream, you have time enough to post schedules. Yeah, I also noticed that despite Super Mario RPG being a remake last year, it also had to deal with a glitch. Yes, I figured out how to do the route running die. I didn't expect the ball to go out there. So what team do we have? We have 2 teams scheduled already posted in their channel. Toonsters is one of them that I know, because they alphabetize the teams by their city name and not their team name, and I have it alphabetized by their team names in the Discord server, which is easier to categorize if you alphabetize them by their team name instead of their school name. I still don't know how he caught that. And he still caught that. That was an off-target pass because I was right there where the cursor was. And is my head invisible? Is my head invisible? And I still don't get him. This one needs fixing. The camera's off. I still have to deal with the goddamn boomerang controls. Have you tried this yet? Have you tried NCAA football? No?
We'll go with you.
I take it you still haven't played NCAA football. Okay. Didn't do that great. I'm still so. Defending the yacht. If you do play this die, tell me how it controls for you. The easiest way is to go into the spring drills and play them to see how they control. That's the easiest way to test it. How do you count that as a touchdown when he landed outside the end zone? Ball was even outside the end zone. The only thing that crossed the plane was his head, and this isn't called head ball. Though, with the way the freaking defense plays the game, they think it is. Because they cause a whole bunch of concussions. Oklahoma defense. Really? Thank you. No, that's not what's supposed to happen. Let me get over there to the left. I want to be over to the left, dang it. That shouldn't have been a touchdown. Okay. I think we're about... I think we're almost done, Di. I believe this is the last one. There's a few of them I didn't do. For the simple fact is, I ran out of quarterbacks. Some of the teams had 3 quarterbacks, and there are 4 events in the spring skill training that requires quarterbacks. So some of the team, because the option is bugged, I preferred to skip that one. That one actually helps a lot.
Sit! Hold on! Sit! Hut!
Okay, that's it. Done everything. So now we are actually, we'll be starting the season. So, coaching options. Get to all that. I'm gonna do Discord streams on all of those. So from here on out, Di, we are going to set up their schedule on every channel in Discord. Those of you that are watching, thank you for participating in the stream. So I want to check something. I know it says Atlantic Coast Conference, but this conference here, we only have to worry about 13 weeks, okay? And then we have to wait until we find out whether we're in a bowl or not. And I may cover every bowl, but I'm not going to cover every single game throughout the year, okay? I'm only specifically covering the 12 teams that we have. And then if we get into the playoffs, I may cover all of the bowls. All right, so we will probably still end up seeing 2 NCAA teams play together. I haven't decided that. I will discuss that in the Discord stream. So, yeah. Wacky World Football League starts this weekend. Starts next weekend. This is still the weekend. Starting on, I'm gonna say Sunday. So, Di, I know I said 6 will probably be the most, but I also have to realize that some of these teams will be going up against NCAA teams. So I will still probably see 12 games. Keep in mind that there's about 150 teams in this game. So you will probably see roughly about between 70 to 80 games a week for the NCAA. For this game particular. And I don't have time to do 70 plus games. I barely have enough to do the 16 in the PFL and possibly 12 here, because that actually puts that up to 38. Am I right? No, 28. 28 games That puts it up to 28 games, okay? And I would still have to keep Tuesday and Wednesday open. Unless I do Discord streams for everything, such as practices and stuff, so that the Tuesdays and Wednesday are a break. Or if I have to push it into Tuesday, I would still have to use Discord streams to finish things out. So, this is where I am going to be ending the stream. So, first things first, I'm going to pause this. And then, I'm going to hear. Oh yeah, let me turn this down. Because I forgot fairy ears are sensitive. So, you won't have to be pressured by the stream, so it should help out with you putting the schedules in. And I will do the weekly schedule in the channel, which I will have to post that. I also have to post week 2 for the PFL. I don't know. Should I raid? Should I raid? Let me find out. I only have 4 people streaming. What the heck? On my end, I only had 4 anyways, but hey. Sadie, Mom, Gaming. I think she's playing Minecraft. She's playing Minecraft. There's her link. So, tonight Andy is doing a combination of streams. I had to change the schedule on that one. Apparently he's playing Nameless, which probably is about an hour long, from what I understand. And he's going to jump right into Ori and the Blind Forest, which, Di, if you know that game and if you wanted to play it or wanted to see what the game is like, jump right in. If you know nothing about it, Ori and the Blind Forest is literally a Metrovania style game. And when Microsoft released it, it was released before the pandemic, and during the pandemic we had its sequel. So Ori and the Blind Forest, I think, was released in 2017. And as a 2D style game, it's probably one of the saddest games in video game history. As a 2D style game. Not an RPG game, it's a side-scrolling Metrovania. In which I don't believe we've ever had a side-scrolling game to be as sad as it is. So, see you guys.